Zurdo Ramirez, my guy. Listen, you're losing your goddamn mind. What's going on, Zurdo, man? You said what about Jai Opetaia? I can't believe what Zurdo just said about Jai Opetaia, man. What did you call Jai Opetaia, your girlfriend? Damn, that's a low blow. That's a low blow, man. I'm gonna keep it real. That's a goddamn low blow, Zurdo. It's beef, it's on. So, my people, welcome back to EMGM Sports. It's me, your boy Enzo, the realest in the game, and I'm back with another one. Zurdo Ramirez, a couple days ago, came out with some crazy statement. Crazy statement. He's talking about he doesn't know who Jai Opetaia is. Never heard of him before recently, whatever. Jai Opetaia reminds him of his girlfriend. Someone that's just chasing him. He doesn't even know about him. You know what, yeah? When fighters start to ignore the existence or deny the existence of an opponent, that's when I know they're scared, man. This is how I know Zurdo Ramirez is really shook of Jai Opetaia, man. I can confirm it. This confirms it. I mean, listen, I've dropped multiple videos about this very topic. Zurdo Ramirez versus Jai Opetaia. Jai Opetaia has been chasing Zurdo Ramirez for the last couple of years, yeah? And I've always said, he's ducking. Then I get some Mexican fans, North American fans, Hispanic fans who tell me, yo, Enzo, nah. Zurdo ain't ducking Jai Opetaia, man. He ain't ducking him. So listen, the fans, your fans, Zurdo Ramirez, your fans knew who Jai Opetaia is, but you don't? Come on. In the world of social media, what we doing here, man? Who you fooling, man? Come on, Zurdo Ramirez. Listen, I respect every fighter. I respect every boxer that gets in the ring and puts in the work and puts their life on the line, their health at risk. And Zurdo Ramirez, listen, regardless of what I think about him, I don't consider him an elite boxer. Do you know what I mean? But he's still a champion, world champion. He got there through hard work. So I'm not gonna disrespect him in that way, as in I'm not gonna discredit what he's achieved. But when he talks about why he's talking about here, calling Jai Opetaia kind of like an obsessed ex-girlfriend, I think that's mad disrespectful. And when he says, oh, I don't even know who this guy is, like he's kind of like trying to diminish the impact of Jai Opetaia. Do you know what I mean? His impact in boxing. He's basically looking down on the fans from down under. Do you know what I mean? Like the fans from Australia. Australian boxing fans, Samoan boxing fans. Do you know what I mean? It's as if Jai Opetaia didn't even win the IBF title. It's as if he doesn't hold a Ring Magazine title. That's crazy, man. Listen, when you're trying to diminish your opponent, you're trying to discredit your opponent, just know that you're killing the future fight. You are killing the future fight. If Zurdo Ramirez was to fight Jai Opetaia in the future, which I doubt now because his statement clearly tells us that he's shook. I'm going to read his statement soon, by the way. I'm going to read it in a minute. When you're trying to diminish, or discredit your opponent, listen, you're killing the future fight. You're killing the potential pay-per-view. You're killing the impact that fight could have in your division in boxing overall. For me, I think fighters, they kind of make dumb statements sometimes. Like, if I'm a fighter, I'll be bigging up my opponent. I'll be like, yo, Jai Opetaia, that's a tough fight, man. He's a superstar, man. Do you know what I mean? It's a big fight. That's going to be the biggest fight in the division. Jai Opetaia fights, he's tough as nails. He's very skilled, very talented. I'll be selling that fight. But when you come out and you're like, oh, I don't even know who it is. Come on, we've seen this playbook before. We've seen this movie before. Other fighters who were shook have tried these type of tactics before to get out of fights. Now, Zurdo Ramirez has tried every single tactic. Do you know what I mean? He's been injured. He's had a flu. He broke his toenail. He had back surgery. Black mate, the excuses are endless. He's had every single type of excuse not to fight Jai Opetaia. And this is just another one. Yeah, I'm going to read a statement. I'm going to flip my screen. Let's read a statement that Zurdo Ramirez pulled out, yeah? So this is what he said. He said, I didn't even know who Opetaia was until recently. Wow. Until recently. Hold on. Wasn't it you that on the undercard of Jake Paul when you fought the Orticos, didn't you say to, Jai Opetaia ring me? So if you didn't know about Jai Opetaia, how do you know his name and why are you telling him to ring you if you didn't know about him, yeah? Zurdo goes on to say, someone told me some things he said. Hold on, someone told you some things he said. So you've never heard Jai Opetaia call you up multiple times. Someone had to tell you in the day of social media. You have Instagram. Jai Opetaia calls you out on Instagram and he tags you. But yet you have to wait for someone to tell you about it. Come on, cut the crap, man. And I think he might have rocks for brains. Wow. Insulting Jai Opetaia's intelligence. Hey, Zurdo Ramirez is moving mad, you know. Damn, man. Well, I don't know, man. What side of the pillow did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Like, Zurdo Ramirez woke up and he chose violence. He chose violence, man. After all this time Jai Opetaia has been calling you out, you pick this moment when you know you're not going to fight Jai Opetaia. This is the moment you chose to release this statement. Let's carry on. Let's read it. He says, Jai Opetaia has rocks for brains. This guy hasn't impressed me at all. He's fought a bunch of cannon folders to get to where he is. All of these outbursts and spreading lies saying he called my phone reminds me of my ex-girlfriends. Listen, Zurdo Ramirez chose violence, man. Zurdo Ramirez chose violence, man. He wants that smoke, man. He wants the beef, but he's not gonna fight. That's the problem. Zurdo Ramirez is not gonna fight. He's not gonna fight. He's saying Jai Opetaia has fought a bunch of nobodies and he's fought cannon folders, whatever. Like, so why don't you fight Jai Opetaia then? If Jai Opetaia has fought nobodies, he's a nobody, you shouldn't fear him, right? He's got one of the belts. Like, you've got two belts. You've got the WBO and the WBA titles. Jai Opetaia has the Ring Magazine and the IBF. Badou Jack has the WBC. So since Zurdo Ramirez, you're the big man, you're the main guy in the cruiserweight division, why don't you go ahead, book a fight with Jai Opetaia? Since he's a nobody, since he's fought nobodies and means nothing, yeah, since he's not credible at all, go ahead, smoke Jai Opetaia, take the belt off him, unify the division, and then you fight Badou Jack for the undisputed cruiserweight crown. How about that? Prove to us that you're the main guy, then show us that Jai Opetaia is nothing. But you're not going to do that, are you? Because you already have a fight coming up in January. You already have a fight booked against David Benavidez in May, Cinco de Mayo, mate. So who's ducking who? Who's really a champion? Who's really courageous? Because out of you and Jai Opetaia, there's only one person calling the other out. And it's Jai Opetaia. It's Jai Opetaia. I think Zurdo Ramirez, yeah, you know what he is, yeah. Listen, I don't even want to give him too much smoke. Like, I respect every fight, but I'm just going to say this. You know Zurdo Ramirez? Like, he doesn't want to fight Jai Opetaia, man. He doesn't want to fight Jai Opetaia. And don't get it twisted, Zurdo Ramirez. You might think that Jai Opetaia is after popularity or fame. Like, Jai Opetaia doesn't come across to me as a guy that wants popularity or wants to be famous. Yeah. When Jai Opetaia is looking at Zurdo Ramirez, he's just seen the belt. He's just seen the WBO and the WBA belts. That's all Jai Opetaia, that's all he's seeing. He doesn't care whether it's Zurdo Ramirez with them belts, Mike Tyson with them belts, Lennox Lewis with them belts, Usyk with them belts. He really doesn't care. Benavidez with them belts. Jai Opetaia don't give a damn who's got them belts. He's after the belt. That's something that our brother Zurdo Ramirez doesn't understand. He thinks Jai Opetaia has a personal beef with him. It's not personal at all. You're just in the way of his dreams. You're in the way of his goals. He wants to smash you, yeah? Smash you up and take the belt, mate. He wants the belt. He wants to unify the division. He wants to become undisputed in the cruiserweight division, make history for his nation, for his people, yeah, and then move up to the heavyweight division. It's not a personal beef. He doesn't want to be famous. He doesn't want to be recognized around the way. He don't care about all that. You got it all twisted. I don't even know Jai Opetaia, but the way the guy comes across in his interviews and everything like that, I can tell what type of character he is. And I've spoken to some people that are around him. They've told me like, yo, Jai Opetaia is a real dude. Like he's just after them belts, man. Zurdo Ramirez got it all twisted. It's not a personal beef, bro. Trust me. It's not a personal beef. And it's funny how Zurdo Ramirez talks about Jai Opetaia is a nobody. But listen, you fought on the undercard of Jake Paul, man. You're the champion in the cruiserweight division. You got 2 titles, but yet you fought on the undercard of a Jake Paul fight. On the undercard. And who did you fight? Dorticos, man. How many people know Dorticos, man? No disrespect to Dorticos. If you're not a hardcore boxing fan, you will not know who Dorticos is. Let's keep it real. I want to speak my screen again, yeah? Like, Zurdo Ramirez, let's look at the guys that he's fought. He's fought Dorticos. Not many people know about Dorticos, yeah? That was on the undercard of the Jake Paul fight. Chris Billam-Smith, who's a decent name here in the UK. That's a good name. Look at the other names there. Gula Marian, who the hell is that? Not a lot of people know that. If you're not a hardcore fan, you won't know about him. Joe Smith Jr., mate, not a lot of people know about him. I'm going to keep it real. Dimitri Bivol, that's the biggest name thus far on your CV, and you lost. And Jai Opetaia, I will put him in that caliber with a Dimitri Bivol, but punch is harder. Now we know why you're shook. Now we know why you're really shook. Because as soon as you come up against great competition, you lose. You lose. High caliber fighters, you lose. That's why you're scared of Jai Opetaia. You know what I mean? This is why I think, yeah, Zurdo Ramirez will lose against David Benavidez. I think David Benavidez is going to smoke him. Zurdo Ramirez got the wrong mentality at this moment in time. You know, this is why you call ducking, dropping statements like this. But look, we go through. Let's go through. Look, let's go through the list. Alpha Abraham, yes, I know Alpha Abraham, but how many casuals know Alpha Abraham if you're not a hardcore fan of boxing? A lot of the names on Zurdo Ramirez's CV, look, he's had a bunch of fights in Mexico. Look, all Mexican fighters right at the bottom here. All Mexican fighters. Come on, Zurdo, man. Come on, Zurdo. Stop the ducking. I'm going to start this. You know what? I'm going to start the Stop Ducking Jai Opetaia campaign, man. We need to do that. We need to pressure Zurdo Ramirez and let him know that, yo, listen, it's actually not Jai Opetaia that called you a duck. It's the fans. You know, when I do my YouTube videos, I say Zurdo Ramirez ducks Jai Opetaia. That's not Jai Opetaia saying you ducked him. That's the fans, YouTubers, content creators. That's us saying it. Your beef is with us, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's us saying it, not Jai Opetaia himself. Jai Opetaia just wants the belts. That's all he wants. I'm going to keep it real. He's not after you personally. He doesn't want no fame off you. He's no clout chasing from you, mate. He just wants the belts because he wants to become undisputed champion. And then Zurdo puts out a disrespectful statement talking about that. Jai Opetaia reminds him of his ex-girlfriend. Listen, I think that's a big mistake from Zurdo Ramirez. You know why? Because if he does ever fight Jai Opetaia, I think Jai Opetaia now breaks his face just for that statement. He's going to get a hell of an ass whooping. I'm just keeping it real. He's going to get a hell of an ass whooping, man. Zurdo Ramirez lost his goddamn mind, man. And Zurdo Ramirez is a cool guy. I like Zurdo Ramirez. But trust me, bro, you're ducking. Stop ducking. Stop being shook. Stop being scared. Yeah? Fight Jai Opetaia. Yeah? Let's settle this. If Jai Opetaia is a nobody, you're a somebody, and he's for a bunch of cab drivers, yeah? He's not all that. Fight him then. Prove to us. Show us that you're the real deal, man. Show us that you're King Kong, man. Show us, man. You know what I mean? Why don't you not fight the Mexican monster in Benavidez and fight Jai Opetaia? But you won't do it, innit? Yeah, you want more money. It's all about the money, and it's not about becoming undisputed. It's not about titles. It's all about the money, innit? I get it. It's cool. It's cool. Listen, my people, I'm going to leave you there, man. Let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Who are you thinking, man? Zurdo Ramirez coming out with wild statements about Jai Opetaia. Is he shook? I think he's shook. That's just my opinion. I'm just keeping it real, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Will he ever fight Jai Opetaia by that statement? I don't think he ever will. I don't think he ever will. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, my people. I really appreciate it. Once again, thank Thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. It's me, your boy Enzo, the realest in the game. Please don't forget to smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe because you're really going to help us to grow. I'll be back real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed, my people. Peace.